Yes! The group stages are here. It is set, which means the road to the World Cup 2026 in North America, USA, Mexico, Canada, the road to it, that World Cup has started, and it means I can get excited and I can get gassed. I'm excited for this. I'm stumbling over my words. I don't know what to say. I'm going off the top of my head. Let's go on to it. But before we get on to it, like, subscribe, all of that. If you're on the mobile, press the hype button. I don't know if my channel's big enough to press the if there's a hype button, but press it anyway. Comment what you think about this World Cup draw, and obviously subscribe. Road to 200 subscribers, not 200k. Inshallah, there will be a 200. I'll get to. I'll be at a time where I can say road to 200k, but we're not there yet. Before I even get on with this, that World Cup draw, 2 hours of my life wasted. Complete embarrassment. The most, I know it's in America mostly, but it's the most American thing. But this is football. This is football. Why are we getting halftime shows, even though there's no halftime? Why are we getting random interviews every 5 minutes? Why are we getting sports stars that are nothing to do with football? And I understand why, because the US national team, America in general, they don't have famous enough footballers that are big enough. And America, their way of going about things is being bigger and better, over the top. So they have to get guys like Wayne Gretzky. They have to get Tom Brady, Shaquille O'Neal, guys who are nothing to do with football, because they're the superstar sports stars. NBA, MLB, which is baseball, NFL, American football. Yeah. Not a good start. Not a good start. And not a good way to set a precedent of, speaking of not a good starts. The glazing from Gianni Infantino on Donald Trump is mind-boggling. How much more glazing do you have to give this guy? Oh. And you know what's disgusting? They created a whole new trophy for him. They created their own Nobel Peace Prize. Peace Prize. That's mad in itself. It's just embarrassing and forced. But the fact that they're giving it to a guy like Donald Trump, I don't even want to be. This is not about politics. It's about being a human being. And then the fact that they showed a montage video and they showed Netanyahu, a montage for Peace Prize. This shows how corrupt and sportswash and disgusting FIFA is. We already know about Donald Trump. And even if you love Donald Trump, I know there's guys that love Donald Trump. You you have to admit that the glazing, the dick riding, is getting too much. It is getting embarrassing. I'm here for football, mate, not for Donald Trump. When the World Cup, when FIFA announced that they were gonna be in the USA, were gonna host the World Cup, it was before Donald Trump was even here, was even president again. But anyways, I don't. I want to talk about politics. I just want to give my little tidbit on how embarrassing that was, and how disgusting and forced that was. That was. It's so wrong in so many ways. But let's get on with it. The World Cup draw. I'm excited. Here we are. Group stages. Group A, Group B, Group C, Group D, Group E, Group F, Group G, Group H, I, J, K, L. Not NMNOP or whatever. But this is big. I've never seen it go up to J. I don't think I've seen it go up to I think. I think it's only ever gone up to H, but that's because of the expansion. 48 teams. And not everyone's qualified yet. But this is the way FIFA wanted it. They're doing it for money reasons. Get more money out of it. Squeeze every little bit out of it to get as much money out of it. That's how greedy and corrupt they are. And that's why you're getting teams that you never in your life expect to be in a World Cup. No disrespect, but guys like Haiti, guys like Cape Verde, Jordan, Panama, you don't expect them to be there. Maybe like one or two, even Curacao. Where did they come from? I've never even heard of Curacao. And then there's other small nations, very small nations that I've never heard of that are still in the qualification in the playoffs that could potentially jump in. That's how crazy it is. That's how big this is and how jumbo sized this is. But anywho, let's talk about the individual groups. We'll talk about. Let's start off with Group A. Group A. Sorry, I'm losing my voice. I've been ill the last the last week, so my voice is screwed up. But Group A: Mexico, South Africa, South Korea, and then the European playoff D, which is, I believe, Republic of Ireland. It's either Republic of Ireland, Denmark, North Macedonia, and Czech Republic. Let's be real, whoever is out of those four, when they fill up that group is ass. This is the worst group, let's be real. And it's the opening group, Mexico versus South Africa. We are bringing it back to 2010 World Cup, Mexico versus South Africa. Fair enough. That's a nostalgia. That's a good way to start. I was expecting USA to start this because of big bad USA, but I saw the dates way before the group stages, and it is starting in Mexico. And Mexico, they have been done dirty. They're getting hardly any group stage games or hardly any games in general. Even Canada as well. Most of the games are gonna be in the US, but we are starting in Mexico. Mexico versus South Africa. There's not much to say about this group. I'm just waffling. Group A, put the fries in the bag. It's dead. I'm gonna watch it for the sake of watching the games, and I'm gonna try my best to watch every game. But this game's at 2 a.m., which is a piss take. But it is what it is. Put the fries in the bag in terms of this group. Let's get on with it. Group B: Canada, European Playoff A, Qatar, and Switzerland. European Playoff A, which is. Oh, sorry. I got mixed up. European Playoff D for Group A is. Actually, no, sorry. I got it right. I got it right. Never mind. Yeah, European Playoff A for Group B is between Wales, Northern Ireland, Italy, and Bosnia Herzegovina. Come on, Italy, man. You're a bum team. Your nation hasn't been run well, but come on, Wales, Northern Ireland, and Bosnia. I think you can get through. I think you can get through. Let's be real. And even if Italy do get through, this group is a fries in the bag type of situation as well. I'm expecting Italy to go through. But low key, the way Italy are, I don't trust them. I think they'll get second place, and Switzerland will actually top them. And Switzerland are decent, but they're not that amazing. But now let's move on to Group C. This is where it gets a bit spicy. This is spicy in the start. Group C, which is a filled group, no unqualified teams yet, all filled up. Brazil versus Morocco. That's the game. I can't wait. Spicy, spicy. And then you got Haiti and Scotland. I feel sorry for Scotland. They always get shafted in group stages in the World Cup, and they get shafted again. They have to hope that they score well and get a decent result against Haiti and just smash them and be the best third place team and qualify and get through the groups, the knockout stages through there. But yeah, I think what you're seeing in this order, other than Haiti and Scotland swapping over, that's the order. Brazil first. Actually, you know what? You know what? I'm gonna change it. Morocco first, Brazil second, Scotland third, Haiti dead last. No disrespect, Haiti, but Morocco is on fire. The semi-finals. I don't know why I'm trying to underrate them. They are good. They are very good. Best African team. Best African team. Last World Cup, they reached the semis. That team is still the same. Still in their peak of their powers. Brazil, they've got talent, but let's be real, they're just playing crap. They've not been playing good for years. They're just always underperforming, regardless of how talented their team is and how good their individual players play in Europe. They don't play well in competitions, in international competitions. But anyways, let's move on to Group D. This is an interesting one. USA, Paraguay, Australia, and then a European playoff C, which is between Turkey, Romania, Slovakia, and Kosovo. Let's be real, it has to be Turkey getting through. That's my prediction, and I don't want Kenan Yildiz and Arda Güler missing out. Let's be real, I need them in this group stage, and I can't believe that they haven't qualified automatically. But once they get in, automatically first place. Automatically first place. I'll give USA second, Australia third, and then Paraguay dead last. But Turkey, they're way better than USA. USA are ass. I don't care. They've got a supposed golden generation. It's the golden generation in their eyes. It's not a golden generation in everyone else's eyes. Their team is decent. It's like It's like a bunch of mid-table players. It, they're like Everton. They're moving like Everton. That's what they are. They're the Everton of international football. Good players, should do decent, should be respectable. But let's be real, they underperform, and they're gonna underperform. They're gonna finish second because of their group is easy. But watch when it comes to the knockout, they're gonna get smoked. Turkey, they're gonna be the dark horse team. Obviously not gonna I don't they're not I think they'll get knocked out probably in the quarterfinals, but they're gonna have good games, and they're gonna have fiery games. They're gonna be that team that's just gonna be a spoiler. I wouldn't be surprised if they reach the semis. Let's be real. But yeah, that's what I think of Group D. Group E: Germany, Curacao, Cote d'Ivoire, and Ecuador. Hmm. Curacao, let's be real. Fries in the bag. No disrespect. I just want to see. I like those teams, those small teams, unknown nations that are coming in. They're here for vibes. They're here to enjoy, and I'm happy for them. The only annoying thing is Trump. I don't know about Curacao that much, but like Haiti and some other teams, Trump isn't allowing their fans to come in, which is a piss take and it ruins the vibes. But at least they're in the World Cup. They're gonna be last. Cote d'Ivoire, I think they're gonna be third. I'm not. I'm not too much of an expert on their team and all. They won the last Afcon. They did well there, even though they sacked their manager. I don't know if there's a good structure there. Amad Diallo, etc. But I think they'll finish third place. The reason why I think they finished third place is because Ecuador, that team, my God, who do they have? I think Kendry Páez. They got, I don't know if Kendrick Paz is Colombian. I can't remember, but they've got a conveyor belt of players coming in, which is crazy. A lot of young players coming in, and it's gonna be their first World Cup. You got Caicedo, etc. Estupinian. Yeah, this is gonna be a fairy tale team. It's gonna be a fun team to watch, and a team that everyone's gonna be having a good eye on. And then there's gonna be probably a lot of players that we still haven't heard from that are gonna be in that team, and I'm calling it. A lot of these teams are going to be signing them. A lot of these players are going to get their big contracts with big teams. Ones that haven't already been in Europe, that are still in Ecuador. They're going to get their big contracts due to their performances in the World Cup. I guarantee it. It's going to be one of those ones, one of those teams. Then Germany, yes, they've been underperforming. They've been disappointing. I don't like the way they play. Their team's too good to not be top. Let's be real. Let's be real. But when it comes to the knockout stages, I think that's when they get eaten alive. That's when they get eaten alive. I just don't trust them. I don't like the way they play. It's not convincing. But anyways, let's move on to Group F. Group F, which is Netherlands, Japan. I thought that was Turkey. I was like, I'm bugging. I swear we spoke about them. But that's Tunisia. And then the European playoff B, which is between Poland, Ukraine, Sweden, and Albania. Let's be real. My prediction is Sweden. Just so we can get Gyökeres and Isak into the World Cup, we need as many big players as possible. I'm sorry, Lewandowski. I wish you could be there, but I have to choose between the one that I like, and that is Sweden. Let's hope Sweden is in that group, and if they are, this is, I wouldn't say it's a group of death, but it's a group full of very high performing teams, like very like strong teams. They're not like, none of them are world class, but they're all strong and could. all do each other dirty and steal points off each other. I think this is the one where it's not group of death, but it's the most unpredictable. Like, yeah, Netherlands is the strongest one on paper, and second place is Japan, the second strongest, but it could flip upside down, and I wouldn't be surprised. Tunisia have been performing well, and they've built a good team, a decent team, but I'll be real, I think they're gonna be last. Sweden, if they get through, they're a solid team, but they're not playing as good as Norway, even though I think they're almost just as good as Norway. But the way they've been performing in the qualifications, been underperforming and disappointed. So I guess they'll be third place, and then it'll be between Japan and Netherlands. I still don't trust Netherlands that much. Their team isn't as talented, but it's still on paper more talented than Japan. But their coach Ronald Koeman, I just don't like him. Haram ball, and the fact that he keeps not bringing in Delit. Yeah, he brought him last time. He just hates on him. I just don't like the way he is. He's such a backwards negative manager. I don't like the guy, and it's just based on that. I'm partly because of Netherlands and just they're a bit weak. It's just partly based on Ronald Koeman bias and the fact that Japan have performed in the last World Cup really, really well, and they're just a fun team. You know, zero expectations on them. They're just fun to watch. Really, really fun to watch. So I'm gonna put Japan first and Netherlands second. I'll be honest. Japan's just fun to watch. I love to see Japan every time they play. Last two World Cups, they've been so fun to watch. But let's move on to the next group, which is Group G, which I'll be so real, is a bit of a one-sided one, even though Belgium is similar to Netherlands, like underperforming. Their golden generation has been fumbled, and yeah, it's aging, but they're still a good team. They still got a decent, solid team. They're top 10 in the world ranking. Still, they're in. They are a pot one team. Bear with me, I'm just scratching my head. And then you got Egypt, you got Iran, and you got New Zealand. I think scraping at Egypt, getting second place, and then it's between Iran and New Zealand. I'm not sure which one's better. I'll be so real. I'm not gonna act like an expert and know every team, every nation. I don't know much about Iran. I don't know much about New Zealand. But to be fair, I think I've heard more about Iran than New Zealand. So just based on that, I think Iran third place, New Zealand fourth. Let's keep it moving. Group H, which is an interesting one. You got Spain. I think that I say interesting is this is another easy group. Spain defo first, Cape Verde, yeah, bottom, Saudi Arabia third, and then Uruguay second. So yeah, let me say it again. Spain first, Uruguay second, Saudi third, Cape Verde fourth. And I'll be honest, I'll say one thing. The way Saudi Arabia performed last time, and I've heard how great they've been in the Asian Cup and all that, and the qualifications. I'd say they qualify into the knockout stages as like the third best team. I don't know how many third best teams get through. I think there's like three of them are allowed to get through. Let's say that. I should have looked at the rules properly. So yeah, let's say there's a chance that Saudi can get through to the knockout stages as as a third place team. Group I, which is the group of death. The one group I am most excited for. France, Senegal, Norway, and the FIFA playoff tournament too. I don't know what that means. That's not. Oh, it might be cross continental nations. I think if that's a word. Yeah, it is because that is three random teams. Iraq or Bolivia. So Iraq facing each other, and then Suriname waiting for them. Let's be real. Bolivia, Suriname, fair play, small nations, but it's probably going to be Iraq. Iraq have been on the up slowly, slowly over the year, and I think they're gonna qualify. So, but unlucky, mate. You are in a group of death, and you're just gonna qualify to be dead last. Let's be real. No disrespect. And then France is gonna be first, And then it's Senegal versus Norway. Oof, that's a tough one. I think Norway second, Senegal third, and they're going to be that the other third place team where they're going to be the strongest, I believe, and they'll qualify as well. But let's speak about it. France versus Norway, Haaland versus Mbappe. My God, is that a blockbuster matchup? My predictions. I want it to be like when it was Sweden versus Portugal, that matchup in the for qualifications, I think for World Cup 2020 2014. Zlatan versus CR7 going back and forth, back to back goals. Yeah, I want that blockbuster match. This is Ballon d'Or implications, low key. I want this matchup. I wasn't expecting it, but the stars aligned. It's low key, probably could have been rigged. I do not care. If you're gonna rig something, rig them things like this, these matchups. I love it. I am here for it. Inject it into my veins. But let's go to the next group, and this is another one that I'm excited for because my nation, Algeria, is gonna be in this. So it's Argentina, Algeria, Austria, Jordan. I think being realistic, this is the order it's gonna be how I've read it, but I'm gonna be biased and say Algeria first, Argentina second, Austria third, and Jordan fourth. But that's because of my expectations of Algeria. We are a good team. We have been underperforming the last couple of years in terms of AFCON and qualifying for World Cups, but big but we have a better team that we should have. The way Morocco have been playing, and the way they've been hyped up, and the way they've been performing, Algeria should have been on that level, but we just been coached badly and performed badly. And now we got a better coach, European style coach, former Switzerland manager. I have faith. I have faith that we will go far. We will go far. Let's move on. Group K, which is Portugal, Uzbekistan, Colombia, and then the FIFA playoff tournament one, which is another cross continental one. Let me check. Between DR Congo or Jamaica, so they'll face each other, and then New Caledonia will wait for them. I have never heard of that team. Never heard of that country. Might have to Google that later on. But that's a tough one. Jamaica or Congo? Oh, I'm gonna offend certain nations, but I'm going for DR Congo. I'll be real. Or Jamaica? I don't know. I actually don't know. Either or, whoever goes through and faces New Caledonia, they're gonna smoke New Caledonia. They have to. That's shameful if they lose to them. Whoever gets into there, that is spicy. Because I think they're just as good as each other, Congo and Jamaica. But I think they're gonna finish third place. I think Colombia are gonna finish second, and I think Portugal are gonna finish first. It's gonna be an easy group for Portugal. Let's move on to the next one. The last group. Group L. Hoy. The one that everyone talks about. England, Croatia, Ghana, and Panama. I think it's going to be in that order as well that is laid out. England, Croatia. That's the two blockbuster ones. I won't be surprised if Croatia got top. The reason why I'm saying England above is just because of the squad depth, way more stronger. Croatia, they're really good in international tournaments, but their team is aging. This is Modric's last competition, probably Perisic's last time playing for Croatia, I believe, from his age. Ghana, they've missed out on the AFCON this season. I don't think they're that great. Panama, I don't think they're definitely not that great. It's a simple one. I think England first. I think the focus is more on England and their knockout stage performances, and the performance and the manner in the way they get out of the group stages. Because yes, they got group stages every time, last couple of competitions, but it's not been convincing the last two. I'll be real. Even though we got to England got to the final, both last two competitions, it's just not been convincing enough. And but now they got a new manager. They got Tuchel. They need to build up this team and play good tournament football. Tuchel's a tournament style manager. He lives for it. And yeah, I think that's it. This is what that's the World Cup stages. Let me know what you guys think. This is a long video, longest video I think I've recorded in this channel. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Like, subscribe, and peace.